guys, welcome back to the channel, man. So today we at my man's Adam crib. We've been fortunate to come over here and check out his beautiful aquariums and his beautiful home. Today he is going to be looking at some of his tanks. He has some amazing tanks down here. He also has a beautiful 600-gallon aquarium. If you guys want to see this, that will be on my boy Mr. Feed the Fish channel. You know, I got my boy with me right now. It'll be on his channel, but he got a full detailed video of the 600-gallon on his channel. But we're just gonna go through and just hang out, look at some of the tanks. We can kind of start over here at the African cichlid tank. I see you got some dope Africans over here.
Yeah, so this is the first tank that got me back into the hobby. It's a 90-gallon. It's all cichlid. I built the stand and the canopy for it. It's went through a couple different transitions, but it's gonna probably end up and stay a cichlid tank from here on out. It fits the space real good in the basement here, and this is the initial tank that got everything started to ultimately end up to the 600-gallon build. But this is what initially got me back into the hobby and got me back into taking care of fish. I like the color variety, but with my own personal preference of keeping fish, I like to have basically one species if possible, but I like the cichlids because it gives me a lot of variety of color, but it's all still the same.
Yeah, it's the closest thing to saltwater, you know, the closest one up. Yeah, as far as color. Getting color, yeah. Ain't nothing like saltwater.
Ain't nothing like saltwater. That's what you got to do next. You got to get you a saltwater tank.
I'd like to. I have an interest in it. I think I'm just scared to make that jump and.
Yeah, like most people are.
The way you got it set up down here, man. It would be perfect for saltwater.
Yeah, he can do some like dope salt tanks.
Even there's saltwater people out there that don't have what you have. Like as far as like the water and just the quality and just the knowledge of how you want to keep your water, man. People don't have that, you know, not even in the saltwater hobby. So any tank you choose down here will be perfect for saltwater.
Talk the wife into letting the funds go free and play. I definitely would have an interest in it.
So what filtration you using on this tank?
So for this one, this has FX4.
Okay.
It's over in this room over next to us here.
We can take a look at that.
Check it out real quick.
Yeah.
So I set this up so that when it comes time to clean and take care of everything, it worked out good with this little fuse panel closet in here. The filter is the FX4 with a Hydro air bubbler. That's taking care of the 90, and then I have an FX6 taking care of the 120 over here. And then I've got two 10-gallon feeder tanks in here that I keep snails for my puffer in.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's either a quarantine or possibly like feeder fish if I go to the store to change up the diet a little bit.
Right.
I've got those in here just in case I need to use them for anything.
And it's dope, and everything is like seamless in here too. You ain't got no wires running, nothing.
Can't see nothing.
Yeah. So you said this is a 90-gallon, right?
Yep, that's the 90.
90. Super dope. So ain't nothing up under there then, huh?
So this is all storage for fish food and stuff like that down there.
Did you build that in there or did it come like that?
So what I did was with the actual cabinet, I went and bought an unfinished cabinet from Menards that came with the doors and the basic structure inside the cabinet box. And then what I did was I set that inside the frame, and then I built everything around structure-wise around that pre-finished or that unfinished cabinet. So that way it could take the load of all the water, but it's basically a stand that I built, put the cabinet from Menards into it, and then closed it all off and painted everything so it looks more like a piece of furniture instead of just a plain stand.
Yeah, that's dope. So let's talk about this beautiful tank over here.
This is the second tank that I had. This is the 120. Holds my Oscars, and it's kind of the same philosophy. With the first tank, we kind of had a lot of different fish that the kids picked out and kind of mix and match stuff, and I really wasn't feeling all the work I did for that kind of a variety. So I wanted to do a second tank with just one species, and I decided to go with the Oscars. I like the look of them.
Can't go wrong with Oscars.
I did the same kind of philosophy with this. The recessed pocket in the basement was already here, so I built a shelf out a little bit and supported everything.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just like the 90. This is all storage down here. There's no filtration or anything down here. It's just unfinished cabinets that I built into the wall. and extended a shelf out to hold the weight. These panels over here are fake panels that just fill the space between the tank and the wall so that it just gives it a clean look.
Right, definitely.
This hides the wiring and the plumbing that comes from the tank, but in that other room that we just talked about, the FX6 is what's coming over into this tank doing all the filtration for this. This was my first bigger canopy that I ever built before the 600, but what I did was I bought a big piano hinge from Menards, and I made everything so that you can flip all of this up.
Oh, wow.
And that gives you access to your feed doors and to your lights and everything. So it makes it easier to work on when you're cleaning and everything, but it keeps everything hidden so you can't see everything. My wife is big into plants, so I like the fact that I can fold this up, but the other half still stays so that we can decorate it with all of her plants and stuff.
That's dope, man. A lot of thought went into all this.
A lot of thought went into it.
I'm loving the Oscars though, man. I love these some Oscars. Then you get you a couple more albinos in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep adding to this one. I'm a big Oscar fan. I like them.
Yeah, Oscars are supposed to be one of the fish that actually recognize you.
Yeah, they like
when you come into the room.
They like little puppy dogs.
Sort of like the puffer. You know, like the puffer can recognize you.
Oh yeah, if when you open the canopy up, if you go to the middle door in the afternoon, kind of like they are now, they'll all huddle up right up top here. I feed them shrimp for the most part, but they'll all be right up here waiting to get fed. They know what time of day it is.
They never stop eating.
Never.
One of the new things that I'm pretty happy about, and I guess it's to my understanding, you got to keep your water parameters within such that the fish actually want to start spawning. But last couple weeks, one of the Oscars is actually, I think it's her right here maybe. She's making her beds throughout moving all the sand, and she's been laying a lot of eggs.
They just not getting fertilized, huh?
Yeah, I need to put something smooth, I think like a little piece of tile or something.
Yeah.
From what I understand, they like to lay them on smooth surface. She's been laying them on the intake for the filter on the other end.
Wow.
And they keep getting sucked in, but if I can get something in here for her to use, I think I'll be successful with it because she's laying eggs quite a bit. You can actually see some floating around right now.
Yeah, my Oscars be spawning all the time in my 1,000-gallon. All the time. There's a huge bed in there. And that's all they do all day. They never leave that bed.
I think that's something kind of neat about the hobby is if you can create an environment enough to where the fish naturally reproduce, it's like an accomplishment of what you did.
Yeah, because you never really see Oscars in spawning mode in aquariums very often. You know, that's why you know the water quality is up to par. Like I said, if you guys want to see more about the 600-gallon aquarium, make sure you guys go check out Mr. Feed the Fish video. I just wanted to show you guys just the few little fish he have in here. Where the puffer at? He hiding? Oh, he right here in my face. He right here in my face. But he got a nice little MD puffer in here, and he got a couple beautiful stingrays. And like I said, if you guys want to get more in depth about this, make sure you go check out Mr. Feed the Fish video. I appreciate you letting us come over here and hang out and talk fish. You know, how long you been keeping fish though?
I've done all this within the past year.
Oh, really? So you fresh in the game?
Yeah, this has all been. I started off nice and simple, and then I kind of consumed myself with the hobby and went all out. So.
Hey, well, you ain't got as many tanks as me, so you doing all right.
Right.
You doing all right, trust me, brother. Oh yeah, I want to talk about this, the Aqua Lounge. That's dope.
That was a birthday present from my wife for me. She ordered that up from a neon shop, and you can customize the size, the lettering, what you want it to say, everything built to fit. Now, that was a birthday present once I got done with everything for the basement.
Yeah, that's super dope, man. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for today's content, man. I just wanted to give you guys a nice little tour of his tanks down here. You got some amazing tanks. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on your post notifications for more videos. I'm out of here.
Thanks, guys.